Are they using their foreheads or the top of their heads?
I think they're using their foreheads here.
Joining me here at Matt's side is Puma wrestler Kyle Havey.
What?
Kyle's on the injured list right now. Our score is 0-0, the opening match of the Hamilton v. Perry dual meet. Emilio Robles on the mat for Perry, Jesus Morales for Hamilton.
Take a shot here.
A shot attempted by Robles to no avail. The first period ends with our score 0-0. So Kyle, did anything stand out to you in the first period by either wrestler?
Not much. They were both just hand fighting and trying to get control the whole time.
Okay, so what determines who's down and who's up?
So at the end of the round, one team gets to choose each time and it'll rotate which team gets choice each match.
So now that it appears Morales has control, there are no points awarded because he was on top.
Correct.
For Morales to score, he has to turn.
Yeah, he has to get Robles' back past halfway turned.
And you see he's trying very, very diligently to make that happen right now.
They're both scrambling.
Both wrestlers scrambling. The buzzer you heard in the background is because there's a match happening on the other side of the gym. Another dual meet is occurring. It's North High School versus Pinnacle High School. 1 minute 21 seconds remain in the second period of this 138-pound bout, and we are scoreless. Jesus Morales for Hamilton, Emilio Robles of Perry. Robles is trying to escape, being held on too tightly by Morales.
He's going for a sit out. Going back down.
Looks like each of these gentlemen are of equal strength. Is that about right?
Looks like it, yeah.
It's like Morales is reaching, trying to pull Robles back to him to turn him. He's got an arm. Robles breaks the grip. Controlling the hips is key, isn't it, Kyle?
Yes, it is.
We can see for as much as Morales of Hamilton is trying to...
Emilio's standing up.
Oh,
but
Robles standing up, trying
down.
to escape. But Morales brings him back down. 13 seconds remain in the second period. Our score remains 0-0.
Emilio's grabbed a leg.
And what will that do?
He's trying to get a reversal by getting him on the ground and getting
that
around.
That concludes period number 2. Our score remains 0-0. So Robles starts this one up.
He gets to choose. So he can choose to do top.
Robles starts up in period 3. So he's trying to turn Morales as Morales tries to escape.
Yes.
Now, Kyle, when you're on the mat, which do you prefer?
I honestly prefer top. Gives it a chance to turn the guy and pin him.
Okay.
Morales got an escape.
Morales with an escape. 1 point for Morales. Is it easier to escape or to turn somebody?
Most of the time it's easier to escape. Unless the guy is worn out, then usually he doesn't do much on bottom.
Okay. With 1 minute 22 seconds remaining in regulation time, our score. Jesus Morales of Hamilton 1. Emilio Robles of Perry, nothing.
Oh, if Emilio here gets a takedown, that'll put him up 2-1 to be ahead in the match.
And I'm sure the crowd will be pretty excited about that. So they're still hand fighting like they were earlier in the match. Each looking for an advantage. So as a wrestler, would you call this an entertaining match or a boring match?
It's not a very high scoring one, so it'd be a little more boring, I guess.
Okay. But do you see, since you know what the wrestlers are doing and the technique they're trying to perform, do you kind of mentally engage with that?
A little bit, yeah. It's a close match, so they're both trying to find out what to do.
30 seconds remain in the third period. Jesus Morales leads Emilio Robles 1-0.
Red got called for stalling.
Each wrestler's been called for stalling, been warned for stalling. We're within 20 seconds of the match's end. 1-0. Jesus Morales of Hamilton leads Emilio Robles of Perry. A scramble. Both wrestlers standing up. We're within 10 seconds of the match's end. Robles tries to shoot, defended well by Morales, and that concludes the opening match of this Hamilton-Perry duel. The winner by a score of 1-0, Jesus Morales of Hamilton. Each team is awarded points for what their wrestlers do as far as victory. So a 1-0 victory would mean how many points?
That would mean he won by decision, so the team would get 3 points.
3 points for a decision. All right. Next on the mat at 145 pounds, for Hamilton, Julius Escandon, and for the Pumas, Ikaika Maldonado. Now, Kyle, when you aren't hurt, at what weight do you wrestle?
Right now at 126.
Okay.
Going down to 122s in January.
Ooh. All right. The wrestlers are scrambling to open the match. Escandon tries a shot, but the wrestlers are off the mat. I've seen Escandon wrestle previously. He looks like a pretty good grappler.
Yeah, he looks pretty confident here.
The matches wrestled earlier this evening. Escandon has been victorious both times. The hand fighting Carl referred to in the previous match is occurring in this one. Escandon with a shot, gets inside, lifts, scores a 2-point takedown.
He's trying to get a reversal still. He's got a crossface in and he's getting behind.
Escandon got the crossface?
Yeah.
Okay. Julius Escandon leads Ikaika Maldonado. 45 seconds remaining in the first period. Our score 2-0. The wrestlers were off the mat, returned to the center. Maldonado down because he's losing. Is that correct?
Yes. Well, it's because Hamilton got the takedown already, and since they went out, they start back where they were.
Okay, Escandon had control.
Yes.
Okay. Escandon riding Maldonado, attempting to turn
him. Bar arm in.
His back was exposed, but no points awarded yet. Maldonado scrambling. Any points awarded for an escape yet?
Just got it.
1 point for Maldonado. Our score with 6 seconds left in the first period, 2-1. Escandon leads. That concludes the first period. 2-1 is the score. Exciting action here in Matside. Perry Puma Gym at Perry High School. The Hamilton Huskies and Perry Pumas on the mat grappling. Second period begins with Escandon on top. And as Kyle explained earlier, the wrestler on top is trying to turn the bottom wrestler to earn more points, while the bottom wrestler is trying to escape so that he and or she can earn a point for themselves. That's a crossface he's doing?
Yep.
So when you're on the bottom, like Maldonado is, are you just trying to remain as strong and solid as possible?
Well, what you're ultimately trying to do is you're trying to stand up and get out, or to get a reversal. He seems to just be staying still right now. He should be trying to get up.
Have you been in that position before where you just try to stay still?
I have. You could stall on bottom if you're winning, but he's down 2-1, so he needs to get out.
Yeah, the reason for stalling, okay, maybe you're winning. 1 point awarded for an escape from Maldonado. Both wrestlers up. Our score is tied 2 apiece. 40 seconds remain in the second period. Escandon with a takedown. 4-2 Julius Escandon. I know strength is important, but his strength, back points awarded to Escandon as he turns Maldonado. How long? Oh, he could not last any longer. The pinfall victory for Julius Escandon of Hamilton. And a pinfall is worth how many points for your team?
A pinfall is worth 6 points for the team.
Alrighty. After 2 matches, Hamilton leads 9-0. Moving to the 152-pound weight class, Samuel Lannon for Perry, Isaac Evans for Hamilton. Good brisk action to start. So what is Evans trying to do here?
So Sam is shot in and Evans is trying to sprawl so he doesn't get taken down.
It's good to have an expert next to me. I see that Evans has a thigh, couldn't control it. The scramble continues. No one has control, both wrestlers off the mat. 1 minute, 20 seconds remain in the first period. Our score, 0-0. 152-pound weight class. Isaac Evans for Hamilton, Samuel Lannon for Perry. That headlock is legal?
Yes, that was legal.
When is it not illegal?
It's illegal if you lock your hands around the head without the guy's arm.
Oh, okay. So if the person's arm is stuck in there, it's legal. You can clasp your hands.
Yes.
50 seconds remain.
He's got an ankle pick there, went in.
Evans with an ankle pick. He's awarded 2 points for a takedown. Samuel Lannon has had a pretty successful evening. He's won both of his matches earlier tonight. Is that an arm bar or half Nelson he's doing here?
That's an arm bar he has in.
Now, as a non-wrestler, watching you guys do what you do, that looks painful. Does it hurt?
The arm bar doesn't hurt too bad, but I don't have much room to top because I'm one of the more flexible ones on the team.
Okay. It just looks like your shoulder gets bent all out of normalcy.
Yeah.
First period is over. Isaac Evans leads Samuel Lannon 2-0. Hamilton leads the team score 9-0. Well, Lannon's trying to pull him down. Is that what he's trying to do?
Yeah, he's trying to snap down and get it, but Hamilton got another takedown.
Evans reverses. 2 points, Isaac Evans, increasing his lead to 4-0.
He just cross-faced him down onto his back.
And now he has back points. Isaac Evans going for a pin and earns the pin for the Huskies. 1 minute 24 seconds remaining in period number 2. The winner by pin, Isaac Evans, Hamilton High School. The team score now reads Hamilton 15, Perry nothing. At 160 pounds, Connor Boyd of Perry wins by forfeit. And Kyle, remind us, for a forfeit, how many points does the team earn?
The team earns 6 points in a forfeit, so do the same
just like
as
a pin?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So our team score is 15-6, moving to 170 pounds. For Hamilton, Everett Bird, who was very impressive in one of his earlier matches this evening, winning by a quick pinfall against Perry's Travis Calloway, who also enjoyed a successful evening. Now, Kyle, how long have you been a wrestler?
This is my 5th year wrestling.
You started in junior high school?
Yes.
And what year are you at Perry?
I'm a junior right now.
Oh, very good. This is not Travis Calloway.
It is not. This is Hernandez.
Santiago Hernandez
Yep.
and Everett Bird at 170 pounds. Now, earlier this evening, and tell me how prevalent this is, Kyle. Earlier tonight, Hernandez wrestled at 182, and now he's wrestling at 170. Does that happen often?
It shouldn't. He should still be out 182.
The mystery,
Yeah.
the plot thickens. We'll have to get to the bottom of this. 35 seconds elapsed in the match. Our score is 0-0. Everett Bird of Hamilton, Santiago Hernandez of Perry. Is that hand fighting? What is that called?
They're tied up right now.
Tied up. I noticed that Hernandez was pushing on Bird's thigh. Why
Yeah,
was
Bird had an underhook and was looking to throw Hernandez, so he was backing up and trying to get out of the
that?
tie-up.
Interesting.
He's doing the same thing right here. Bird's looking to throw.
Okay. Is that a Greco-Roman move?
I don't know.
Okay, you know, Greco-Roman wrestling, they're just
Yeah.
above the waist, looking for throws. Well, like Hernandez attempted right there. Our score is still 0-0. Is that
Got
an
n-
ankle pick?
Yeah, that was an ankle pick right there. That was good.
2-point takedown, Everett Bird. See, Kyle, you're a good teacher. I learned that already. Ankle pick.
Ankle pick's my favorite takedown.
It is.
Yeah.
Do you have to engage your opponent in order to kind of lull him into a sense of security?
To hit an ankle pick, you have to move their legs so that they step one of their legs. Right when they step, you pull it out from under them so that they fall down.
Wow, so you really have to time it.
Yeah, it's all timing.
Period 1 is over. Our score, Everett Bird 2. Santiago Hernandez, nothing.
Santiago's starting on top.
Bird trying to escape. Bird looks experienced. Can you tell right away when you see a pair of wrestlers who's experienced and who's not?
Sometimes you can tell, yeah.
Everett Bird with 1 point for an escape. 1 minute 20 seconds remain in the second period. Everett Bird of Hamilton leads Santiago Hernandez of Perry 3-0.
He's looking for a cradle here.
2-point takedown for Bird, looking for a cradle.
Couldn't get it.
Okay. I've seen a lot of wrestlers attempt a cradle this evening. Is that an easy move to do?
It all depends on how the other guy's positioned, but if you can get it, it's usually an easier move.
1 point. Hernandez with an escape, making the score 5-1 Bird. Bird on the attack. Kyle, is there a limit as to how hard you can strike your opponent's head?
Typically, it's all up to the ref. If it looks unnecessarily rough, they can stop it.
I see some of the guys out there, pow, pow, pow.
Yeah, some guys pound really hard.
They do?
After a while, the refs usually call it, but
Okay.
they can get away with a couple before the ref stops it.
10 seconds remaining in the second period. 5-1, Everett Bird of Hamilton leads Santiago Hernandez of Perry. Hernandez barely gets away as time runs out in the second period. 5-1 is our score. Hernandez on the bottom. Why was that 1 point awarded?
In the last second of the last period, he just barely got his legs out and got away.
So 5-2 is our score as we start period number 3. Everett Bird of Hamilton, Santiago Hernandez of Perry. Both wrestlers banging each other's foreheads. You have to try to keep your cool on the mat, don't you?
Yes, you do. Staying calm is really important.
As a wrestler, are you always thinking about the next move?
If you want to do good, you always need to be one move ahead.
Scrambling, scrambling. Everett
He's
Bird
on his
gains the
back.
advantage. Hernandez is on his back. Back points for Everett Bird.
They're looking for the pin now.
What can or what should Hernandez be doing?
Hernandez needs to get off his back, so he needs to put his shoulder up and not leave it on the mat.
Pin. The winner by pinfall from Hamilton, Everett Bird. Moving up to 195. Sage Davis for the Pumas. His opponent wrestled at 182 pounds earlier this evening, Donovan Korn. Korn was very impressive at 182 pounds, winning in a quick pinfall victory. Let's see what he does against the heavier and probably stronger Seth Davis. Donovan Korn for Hamilton, really quick, that's evident. Davis hanging onto the leg.
Both guys are scrambling.
Now Korn has Davis's ankle. Why?
He's trying to keep Sage from turning around and getting a takedown.
The wrestler's still scrambling. Still scrambling. Davis trying to pull Korn's leg into him while Korn is trying to move around to his left behind Davis. Korn looks like he's setting up for a cradle.
And he's got it in.
He's got the
Put
cradle
Sage on
in.
his back.
Davis on his back, flailing his legs.
He's got to make sure to keep his shoulders up
Keep
or
his
else
shoulders
he'll get
up.
called for a pin.
Korn with a nice move, almost a sneaky move.
Sage got out.
Davis safe for now.
Oh, he got put in another
Put back in
cradle right
another
away.
cradle. Donovan Korn has Sage Davis of Perry cradled. 20 seconds left in the first period. 5-0 is the current score. 3 more points added to Korn's total, making it 8-0. 5 seconds remained in the first period.
He's looking for another cradle, but he doesn't have time.
So how could you tell he was looking for another cradle?
He put his left leg behind, or left arm behind Sage's leg, and he was cross-facing, trying to bring his head down so he could lock his hands.
That's what happens. Donovan Corn leads 8-0 at the end of the first period. Starting period 2. Both wrestlers on their feet. The last time I saw Sage Davis, he had a football uniform on. I didn't know he was a wrestler. Corn and Davis hand fighting, seeking an advantage over the other. Davis attempts a shot. Corn uses his quickness and steps to the side. It ends up
2
behind Davis, scoring 2 points and a takedown. Can you see Corn's quickness?
Yeah, he seems to know what Sage is going to do before he does it, and it's definitely helping him out so far.
Our score is 10-0. What's the point threshold for a technical decision? Is that it?
It's tech fall is when one opponent is 15 points above the other opponent.
And he's trying to turn Davis again. He had a nice arm bar. Davis's back is now exposed. Corn not pinned. 30 seconds remain in the second period. Our score is 13-0.
Now if Corn gets 2 more back points, he'll win by a tech fall. He has 20 seconds to do so.
20 seconds. Yeah, Corn is impressive. Corn again attempting to turn Davis. 7 seconds remain in the second period. 2 seconds and the period ends. Our score, Donovan Corn 13, Sage Davis nothing. Have you been in this position, Kyle? You're down by double digits. You haven't scored. And the third period is just starting.
I think I have been a couple times.
So what's your plan?
Really, you gotta find a way to get the other guy on his back, because it'll be hard to score that many points in 2 minutes.
So you're thinking, I have to get a pin?
Yes.
Okay. Thinking you have to get a pin. Because of the forfeits, the team score has tightened somewhat. Currently, the team score is Hamilton 21, Perry 12. The third period of the 195-pound match is about to begin. Donovan Corn of Hamilton leads Sage Davis of Perry 13-0. Davis has to prevent being turned so no tech fall occurs.
Yeah, if he gets put to his back for 2 seconds, then the match will be over.
What happened there, Kyle?
Corn was not putting his hands where the ref wanted him to, so he called a caution. They had to restart it.
Okay. Start period 3. I see Davis latching on to Corn's arm. Why is that?
It looks like he's trying to roll him.
Trying to roll it.
Getting hand control, but he's almost on his back, so he needs to try something new.
I see Corn controlling Davis's leg so he can control his hips and try to turn him that way. Interesting. The wrestler's always thinking.
Yeah. He's going for another cradle here.
Another cradle. This is it. I think this is going to be it.
There we go. He has
the back points.
enough back points. Now he's looking for a pin. If he doesn't get the pin here, he'll win by tech fall. That's match.
3 points awarded to Donovan Corn for the near fall, which brings the match score to 16-0, resulting in a technical fall for the Huskies. Donovan Korn, the winner. And how many team points are awarded for a tech fall?
A tech fall gets 5 team points.
5 team points. So it increases Hamilton's lead to 26-12. Now we're at 220 pounds. For Perry, Justin Clatterbuck. And for the Huskies, Jaquan Harker. Aggressively, Clatterbuck latches onto Harker. The hand fighting that Kyle referred to earlier this evening is occurring. The referee stops the action. Injury timeout. Something is wrong with Jaquan Harker. He might have blood near the side of his face. One point awarded to Justin Clatterbuck. Jaquan Harker had on illegal headgear. Now the match resumes with 1 minute 39 seconds remaining in the first period. Justin Clatterbuck leads Jaquan Harker 1-0.
He was reaching for legs there, trying to get a takedown, but it didn't work.
They're tied up.
Got a snap down. He's looking
down.
for a cow catcher. He's got him on his back.
Clatterbuck earning back points. Clatterbuck looking for a pin. Has Harker on his back.
He's almost got it.
This week, pin scored by Justin Clatterbuck for the Pumas. Now the team score reads Hamilton 26, Perry 18. As we move to the heavyweights, for Hamilton, Malachi Allen, and for the Pumas, Vinny Corral. Now, is there a limit that these heavyweights can't exceed?
You're talking about for weight?
For weight.
They can't weigh any more than 285 pounds.
Can't be over 285. Vinny Corral with a quick takedown and back exposure and pin for the Pumas over Malachi Allen.
20 seconds.
A 20-second pin for Vince Corral of the Pumas.
That was a much-needed win for the Pumas.
The team score now 26 for Hamilton, 24 for Perry. As we move to the lighter weights. On the mat for the Pumas, Daniel Mendoza. And for the Huskies, Sophia Warwick. Now, do you know what year Mendoza is?
Mendoza is a sophomore.
A sophomore, okay. Now, I saw Warwick earlier this evening. Now she's on her back.
Got a headlock in.
Mendoza with a head and arm has Warwick on her back. Back exposure points for Warwick and the Pumas. For Mendoza and the Pumas, and a pin for Daniel Mendoza. A 24-second pin for Daniel Mendoza over Sophia Warwick.
That puts the Pumas up in team scores.
What's the current team score, Kyle?
Current team score is Perry 30, Hamilton 26.
Now onto the mat, 113 pounds. For Hamilton, Eric Ramos. And for Perry, Joe Abeta. Both Ramos and Abeta lost close matches this evening to a wrestler from Pinnacle. It's interesting to see how these two will fare against each other.
Joe went in for a double leg, but didn't quite finish.
Is that a whizzer?
It looks like it, yeah.
The wrestler to whom they both lost from Pinnacle was a very tall, lanky 113 pounder. These two wrestlers are about the same size, height-wise. Interested to see how they'll fare against each other. Abeda has a single leg. Great balance exhibited by Ramos. So what do you try here, Kyle? Do you try to sweep his other leg? You try
That's one way to do it, yeah. He's got to lift that leg up more first, though. That's what he's trying to do.
And once Ramos and Abeda consummates a takedown. 2 points Abeda, 1 point escape for Ramos. And is Abeda a junior like you, Kyle?
Yeah, Joe's a junior.
Wrestlers are off the mat. "35 seconds remain in the first period. Joe Abeda leads Eric Ramos 2-1. Eric Ramos, what's he trying to do right there, Kyle?
Right now, he's got a takedown. He's hooked the leg, and he's looking for more points now. It's the end of the first period right there.
It's Barry's choice. They defer. Red takes bottom.
This is Eric Ramos from Hamilton and Joe Abeda from Perry.
Caution green, he didn't have his hand on the belly button.
Looks like Ramos got the escape there. He's got head control.
Looks like he's trying to drag him out to go turn the corner.
Joe stands up. They both go out. They're going to restart back in the middle. Joe goes in on a single leg there. He's lifting it up. Switches to a double.
No points. Both players trying to work for position here to set up a move.
Ramos gets another takedown. That puts him up 6-2. He's got a cradle it now. He's looking to turn Joe. They go out of bounds here. They're going to start back in the middle. Ramos still on top.
Short time here in the second period. 30 seconds left. Beta attempts at Granby.
Ramos has thrown a leg in.
Looks to trying to break him down and get a tilt.
And he's got him on his back. No back points awarded. There's 5 seconds left. Ramos still looking to get a tilt.
the end of the second period.
Alright, it's now Perry's choice. He chooses neutral.
Thank you, David Arrington. Thank you very much for your expertise, sir. Period 3 begins. Our score, Ramos 6, Abeta 2. Ramos has been controlling the action. What does Joe need to do here, Kyle?
Joe needs to score. He's looking for a takedown. Then after that, he'll need some points on top by turning Ramos to his back. He just attempted a throw a second ago, but it didn't work. They both went out of bounds.
Both of these wrestlers look strong.
For their size, yeah, they're both really strong guys. They're both scrambling a lot, too.
Now, when you are all practicing, do you practice flexibility, stretching? Like you told me earlier, you're pretty flexible. Was that natural, or did you work at it? Or?
I worked that on my own, but we don't do much of flexibility in practice. That's one that a lot of guys struggle with on the team. Joe's got a nice high crotch in there.
So what does he have to do to make it the 2-point takedown?
He's got to flatten the guy out like that.
Flatten him out just like that. 43 seconds remain. The score is 6-4 Ramos. He lets Ramos up to make it 7-4.
He's got to get another takedown if he wants this to work.
30 seconds remain in the match. Ramos looks like he's turning Joe.
He's got the takedown.
2 points for Ramos.
Joe's got to do something if he wants to win here. He's only got 17 seconds left.
Down by 5 points.
Ramos seems to be in good control here. Looks like he's got this match.
It's like he has it. So Kyle, when you're on the match, or when you're on the mat and you've made an error, do you tell yourself, oh, I messed up right there, or you just can't think about that? You have to get out of the problem you created.
You just got to move on and find a new way out, new way to get points.
The winner for the Huskies, Eric Ramos, adding 3 points to the Hamilton score. Currently, Perry leads 30-29, moving to the 120-pound weight class, where Tyler Rovnak will take on Wilson Bowe. Now, do you spar or practice against Rovnak often in practice?
Not very much, no. He usually goes with Joe Abeta when he practices.
Okay. He wrestles lighter. Okay. And who do you call it sparring?
We just call it practicing and drilling with.
Against whom do you practice or drill with?
I usually go with Gomez, and he's wrestling 126s tonight.
No score, 29 seconds into the bout. Tyler Rovnak of Perry, Wilson Bowe of Hamilton. Both of these wrestlers, I believe, won both of their earlier contests this evening. Rovnak had a very stiff match against his pinnacle opponent, winning a very close score, 3-2. Now, Kyle, when you're observing fellow wrestlers, do you like watching high-scoring matches where there are lots of turns and twists and near falls, or do you like more technical, low-scoring matches?
It's always a lot more fun to watch the high-scoring match if it's a really close one.
No score. 45 seconds remain in the first period. Wilson Bowe with a shot. Well defended by Rovnak.
They go out of bounds.
And is Rovnak a junior also?
Rovnak's a sophomore.
Sophomore. Wow. "25 seconds remain in the first period. Our score remains 0-0. Tyler Rovnak of Perry and Wilson Bowe of Hamilton, each looking for an advantage. Hand fighting. Slapping each other's foreheads. So Bowe is trying to snap him down here.
Yeah. He's got short time. Both guys just got to keep scrambling.
And Vo
Oh, and he
turns the corner faster.
gets the points with 1 second left.
1 second remaining, and Vo scores a takedown. 2-0. Wilson Vo leads at the beginning of the second period.
Tyler chooses down for the second period.
Is that what you would do? Choose down?
Well, it's really not up to the wrestler. It's more up to the
That's up to
coaches.
the coach.
But yeah, that's what the coaches would do in that situation, is pick down.
So we see Vo he attempted to stick his leg in unsuccessfully. Robnek is trying to stand, as Kyle suggested earlier. I see that Vo has tried to wrap his leg around Robnek's. For what reason?
So it's called leg riding. It's one way to control a guy on top. There's a couple of moves you can do there.
And is he cross-facing Robnek also?
Yeah,
Robnek sees an opening.
he's got a leg. Now he's just trying to stand up with it. He needs to circle and face Vo.
And like we saw earlier, the wrestler on top grabbed the Perry wrestler's ankle that was behind the Perry wrestler, preventing him from standing. Now Robnek trying another way to stand. He has grit, that's for sure.
Both wrestlers want it.
40 seconds remain in the second period.
Grab the head. He's going to try and look for a reversal here. Doesn't seem like it worked.
Doesn't seem that successful. Was Robnek reaching back? I thought wrestlers were taught to never reach back.
There's a couple of times when it's okay to reach back. It looked like he was going for a Peterson there, which is where you are on bottom, you have a leg, then when you grab the head, you roll the guy, and it gets you a reversal and back points.
Wow.
It's a good move if you can hit it, but
You
it's
can hit it.
usually hard to do.
Sounds like something you got to be pretty strong
Yeah,
in order to do.
if you're not strong enough, it won't work.
Less than 10 seconds in the second period. Our score remains 2-0. Wilson Vo leads Tyler Robnek. 2 periods complete. Wilson Vo 2, Tyler Robnek 0. Our team score, Perry 30, Hamilton 29. It can't get much tighter than this.
It's going to come down to the very end, the last matches.
An important match is this one. Vo trying to escape. Robnek holding on, clinging. Wrestlers off the mat. Robnek ready for action. Now we haven't seen Robnek able to turn Vo at all so far this match, so I wonder what his strategy will be now.
Yeah, we'll see what he does. He's got to get to near fall to tie it up. And if he gets a tie, they'll go into overtime.
We saw that earlier this evening in one of our previous matches. Vo on his feet trying to run away. Robnek can't keep him. 3-0. Wilson Vo leads. 1 minute, 20 seconds remain in the match. The hand fighting continues. I guess for Vo, he's fine doing that, right?
Yeah, Vo's just trying to waste time here, so hand fighting's a good way to do that.
Hand fighting is good for him. He prevents a successful shot from Robnek, trying to turn the corner and does so. He almost has a cradle. 2 points for Vo. Robnek trying to prevent being cradled. He has one of Vo's legs himself. 40 seconds remain in the match. Tyler Robnek trying to figure out a way to score on Wilson Vo. Vo with a 5-0 lead, less than 30 seconds in the match. He's just riding this out. When you're in Vo's position, do you just play it defensively.
Yeah, in Vo's position, he just needs to waste time and not do anything dumb.
Not do anything foolish, so as to not be turned on his own back. 15.7 seconds remain. Wilson Vo leads Tyler Robnack 5-0. Vo not letting Robnack up for a moment. He's got his leg wrapped. He's got an arm in there. Not going to happen for Tyler Robnack against Wilson Vo this evening. That concludes the 120-pound match. Wilson Vo, the victor, 5-0 over Tyler Robnack. We move now to 126. Your weight class, sir.
Yes, it is.
Christian Gomez of the Pumas takes on Drew Edwards of Hamilton. Have you ever wrestled Drew Edwards?
I have. I faced him last year at the Hamilton match.
And?
I lost by a lot. He's a very fast, very strong wrestler, so we'll see how this goes.
We'll see how Gomez does. He's fast and strong. Is he a senior?
I believe so. Drew Edwards is a senior, I think.
Yeah, 2 points for Edwards. Yeah, I can see his quickness. I can see his strength also. You know this better than me. When I've seen wrestling matches, especially in the lighter weights, I've always thought that a freshman who might be at 98 pounds or 103 pounds has an instant disadvantage if he's wrestling a senior.
Yeah, usually a freshman at the lighter weight classes is a lot less experience, and he's not destined to do as good as a senior in the same weight class.
I've always felt like the senior, his body's more developed even though he's small.
That too, yeah. Usually a senior at such a low weight class would usually be a shorter person that's gotten a lot stronger since their freshman year.
Right. I thought it was just me who thought that. For all the action thus far in this match, there's no score. We thought earlier that there was a successful takedown for the Hamilton wrestler, but there's no points on the board.
Looks like it should have been a takedown by now. They've just
re-awarded the
put
points.
Up. Drew Edwards got a leg in. He's looking to grab the arm and pull it back.
Ooh, that looks like it hurts. He stuck
got
his head in there and now back points.
He's got a very short time. Ran out of time. Gets 3 back points for that.
3 back points.
He's close to getting the pin, but just couldn't quite get it.
Beginning period 2, Drew Edwards leads Christian Gomez 5-0. I was watching Edwards pull Gomez's hand back, and then he stuck his head in there, and then just leaned back.
It's
what
called
you're supposed to do?
Yeah, it's called the guillotine. That's
that was a guillotine.
Good
Okay.
move for leg riding. Oh, Drew Edwards rolled through on that when he brought him back down. That's in the Peterson right there is what he got.
That's experience too, isn't it?
Yeah, that was a good move to get when being brought back down. That scored him.
2-point reversal.
Yeah, that scored him 5 points right there. That definitely helped him out.
With the Peterson roll, and then
Yeah, 'cause he got a reversal and 3 near fall.
Ooh.
Now he's got him on his back again.
Yeah, he's good.
Called the pin there.
And a pinfall. Drew Edwards. He looks like he's one of the best ones in the state.
Yeah, I don't know how well he did last year. I didn't hear of him placing, but he seemed to have done pretty well.
That takes us to 132 pounds. Isaiah Valenzuela for Hamilton. Cameron Janda for the Pumas. Hamilton increases its lead in the team score 38-30. Isaiah Valenzuela lifts Cameron Janda. 2 points so far for Valenzuela. Janda struggling, trying to find some way to stand. Valenzuela trying to prevent everything Janda's doing. Janda keeps turning his head one side to another. For what reason?
It looked like Valenzuela was looking for a half Nelson, and one way to stop that from being put in is by looking the other direction.
Good inside, Kyle. Good inside.
Looks like Janda scrambled out and he's got a single leg now.
But no points.
No points
no
yet,
escape
no.
points yet.
He never let go, so he never got awarded the point. All he's got to do is push off and he'll get 1 point for escape, but he just keeps pulling Valenzuela in.
There's his 1 point escape. Our score is 2-1. Isaiah Valenzuela of Hamilton with 30 seconds remaining in the first period. The wrestlers are tied up.
That was a quick takedown attempt right there. He's got the 2 for that.
2 points for Valenzuela. That was lightning quick. We're less than 10 seconds remaining in the first period. Isaiah Valenzuela leads Cameron Janda 4-1, 132-pound weight class. Now, what's the heaviest you've ever wrestled, Kyle?
Heaviest I've ever wrestled is where I'm at now, 126s. Although I did do 132s over summer at a summer tournament.
Do you feel most comfortable at 26s, or?
It feels a lot better than 32s. 132 gets some pretty big guys compared to me.
And is 20s too difficult for you to do now?
Not yet. I just need to slowly lose a little bit of weight and then I can go to 120s.
Valenzuela attempting a cradle. Prevented by Janda. Valenzuela keeps his 4-1 lead, a minute 20 seconds remaining in period number 2.
Looks like he's looking for another cradle. Seems to be a move he likes. He's got the arm behind his back
arm
now.
Behind his back.
Cameron gets it out though. He's grabbed a leg. We'll see what he does with this. Valenzuela's got the cradle. He's scoring back points with it too. That was a quick move.
Very quick move. Janda was grabbing one of his legs. Next thing we know, boom, cradle. Now what does that mean?
Oh, they stopped it for potentially dangerous.
Dangerous move.
One of the guy's limbs must have been in a weird position.
3 points for Isaiah Valenzuela, increasing his lead to 7-1. Now, Kyle, how much weightlifting do wrestlers actually do?
So the wrestlers on our team, we have a weights class, second hour, and we usually lift 3 times a week. Try and keep our strength up.
1 point. Janda, 7-2 is the score.
He attempted a throw there, but the guy was backing up, so it wasn't going to work.
So if a guy is backing up to try to do a throw,
It
won't work.
Looks like Valenzuela's hair's coming out.
Fix the hairdo. Fix the hair. Does that bother you when you're wrestling someone? Does their hair get in your way?
Yeah, it has occasionally, and it gets really annoying when it does.
Do some opponents of yours purposely not shave before wrestling?
You're required to shave. They'll check that with the skin checks.
Interesting. I did not know that.
So you have to be clean shaven to be able to wrestle.
And I know they check your fingernails, right?
Yeah, so you can't scratch the guy.
I'm learning all kinds of stuff, Kyle. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, the end of period number 2. Our score, Isaiah Valenzuela of Hamilton, 7. Cameron Janda of Perry, 2. The team score, Hamilton leads 38-30. Janda looking to provide some offense. This is a match dominated by Valenzuela thus far. Quick
Got
move.
Another quick takedown. He hasn't gotten the points yet. Just stepped over.
He has to get his leg over. I think we see the quickness difference between these two grapplers. Valenzuela's quickness has earned him several points thus far.
It has. Seems to be what he's dominating in here.
No points awarded. Janda wrestling gamely. Both wrestlers bobbing and weaving. Hand fight. Another quick attempt by Valenzuela. Takedown. 2 points. Wow. He is quick.
Janda's flattened out now. He needs to get up so he can score. He needs to keep moving. If he gives up now, then he'll definitely lose the match.
9-2. Valenzuela leads with 45 seconds remaining in the bout. Valenzuela looks like he's just riding and just eating up time.
Yeah,
he knows he has the match in his back pocket.
He's just stalling now. I don't know why he let him up.
He lets Janda up. Janda attempts a takedown throw, but no.
It was a good attempt. He just didn't finish.
Didn't execute. 1 point for Janda. Valenzuela now knows he just can't take it easy.
If Valenzuela scores a takedown here, he'll win by major instead of just a regular decision, which
would mean what?
They would get another team point. It would give them 4 team points instead of 3.
Interesting. So that point was pretty valuable.
It could be, yeah.
It could be. That concludes the match. 132-pound winner by a score of 9-3. Isaiah Valenzuela of Hamilton, increasing the team score lead to 11. Hamilton 41, Perry 30, and was that the last match?
That was the last match, yeah.
That was the last match of the bout. An exciting time here at Perry High School this evening. Hamilton defeats Perry 41-30 in the team score. Exciting matches tonight, everyone. Thank you very much to my partner, Kyle Havey. We hope to see him. We enjoyed doing this together, Kyle, but I'd rather see you next time on the mat instead of next to me talking about wrestling.
Yeah, I hope I'm back on the mat soon.
Well, thank you very much for this opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. We'll see you next time here in the Puma Nation. This is John Prothro and Kyle Havey saying good night.